It has been 6 months since Maxspect Gyre was first introduced at Interzoo, and the anticipation has been great. Now that it is out on the market, we are going to introduce a new series of videos covering a range of gyro-related topics, starting today with the Maxspect Gyre 101, where we cover basic installation and the operation of the gyro pump. Hi, this is Carlos from CVTV, and today's video will cover unboxing and installation of the new Maxspect Gyre, as well as a how-to of the basic controller. Unlike traditional power heads and wave makers that utilize propeller nozzle flow, the Maxspect Gyre is based on advanced CROSSFLOW technology that produces massive horizontal water movement, leaving little to no dead spots in its wake. While the Maxspect Gyre comes in 3 different sizes, we'll be using the XF150 version, although this video applies to all 3 different models. Upon opening the box, you will find one gyro pump module with magnet mount, a basic controller with a cradle, a power unit with a power cable, an extra set of rotors with flow cages, and a user's manual. If you're missing any of the components, please go to coralview.com/support and open a support ticket. To install the gyro pump, we must decide its location as well as its orientation. This pump creates high levels of flow within the aquarium, so care must be taken to ensure the pump's output is not too close to any corals. We can mount this pump horizontally so water is pushed across our tank, or we can set the pump vertically. We recommend placing the pump horizontally on the upper side of the tank or mounting it vertically on the back glass and pushing water across the back of the tank. Once we have selected the optimal spot for the gyre, it is time to install the pump. First, ensure that the glass thickness is within the range of the gyre's mounting magnets. You can find this information in the user's manual. Then, we must clean the selected area using a razor blade to make sure it's free of all algae. Separate the gyro pump from its magnet bracket and install it on the aquarium. These magnets are very strong, so please be careful not to pinch your fingers or have the magnets slip out of your hands, as it may damage the glass or acrylic. Once installed, we may rotate the flow cages clockwise or counterclockwise to adjust the angle of water flow. When mounting the gyro vertically, please be sure to rotate the cages so that the water intake is away from the glass or acrylic walls. Once the pump has been installed, it is time to mount the basic controller. Choose a location that is away from heat, excessive humidity, or condensation, and never mount the controller over open water. Affix the cradle to a flat surface, such as the face of your aquarium or stand. You can use the double-sided tape included or mount it using a screw. Please be sure that all cable connections have proper drip loops to prevent any components from getting wet. The gyre system has a built-in safety mechanism to ensure that components are connected in the proper order. You must first connect the cable from the controller to the gyro pump, and then connect the cable from the power supply to the controller. Now that the pump is running, let's take a look at the basic controller and its features. The controller features 2 buttons at the top and a disc dial. The top button is the switch mode button, and it is used to toggle between the water flow modes. There are 4 different preset modes: constant speed mode, pulsing mode, alternating gyre mode, and feed mode. The second button is the settings button, and it allows us to set water flow speed, pulsing speed, and alternating gyre time. The center dial rotates and allows us to easily select water flow speed and mode function. Let's set up constant speed mode. We suggest that you start with this mode to configure your pump's flow pattern, water flow speed, positioning, and direction of the cages. To enter constant speed mode, first, let's make sure that we are in normal mode. To do so, press and hold the switch mode button for 4 seconds to turn the pump off, and then press it again for another 4 seconds to turn the pump back on. Now that we are in normal mode, press switch mode button once again to select constant speed mode. To change the water flow speed, press the setup button once. You will notice the status light on the center dial will have turned solid green. Simply rotate the center dial clockwise or counterclockwise to increase or decrease water flow speed. The lights around the center dial allow you to see your current water flow speed. 1 light means 10% speed, 5 lights means you are at 50% speed, and all 10 lights around the dial means you are running the gyro at full speed. To exit setup mode, just press the setup button once and the control dial light will turn solid blue. The second water flow mode on the gyre is the pulsing mode. Here you can set up pump to automatically switch on and off at different preset times to recreate surging effects. To set up the pump, toggle to pulsing mode by pressing the switch mode button. Once you have selected pulsing mode, it is time to select water speed. To do so, press the setup button once. Just as it did in constant flow mode, the center dial light will turn solid green. Rotate the center dial clockwise or counterclockwise to increase or decrease water flow speed. Once we have reached our desired speed, we can press the setup button to once again set pulse frequency. At this time, the indicator lights around the dial will begin to blink. Rotate the center control dial to assign speed. The indicator lights will blink at the same duration as the assigned pulsing speed. There are 20 pulsing speed settings ranging from 0.4 seconds to 30 seconds. Once we have set the pulsing speed to our satisfaction, we can press the setup button once again to return to normal mode. The third water flow mode is the alternating gyre mode, which allows us to alternate the pump between forward and reverse. To switch to alternating gyre mode, press the switch mode setting button to work our way to the alternating gyre mode. To set up water flow speed and duration, press the setup button. Just as it did on previous modes, the control dial lights will turn solid green. The first setting will be the normal water flow or forward speed. We can use the control dial to increase or decrease the speed. Once we have selected our forward speed, press the setup button to now set reverse speed. Notice at this time, the lights around the dial will light up counterclockwise. To increase the speed of the reverse flow, turn the control dial counterclockwise, and to decrease speed, turn it clockwise. After setting our reverse flow speed, press the setup button to now set the duration between each alternating mode. The lights around the center dial will turn as you rotate and select the duration. There are 10 preset duration times ranging from 2 minutes to 12 hours. Once we have selected our desired duration, press the setup button to confirm and go back to normal mode. The center dial light will turn solid blue. This video is more of a quick overview of the pump and its controller, and it's meant to get your Maxspect Gyre up and running for the first time. If you would like a more in-depth view of the alternating gyre mode and the different flow patterns it can create, please watch our upcoming alternating gyre mode video. The last water flow mode on the gyre is the feeding mode. To enter feeding mode, just press the switch mode button until the light next to the feeding mode icon lights up. During feeding mode, the center dial will flash blue and the pump will automatically turn off. The gyre pump will resume its previous operation mode after 10 minutes. If you're new to CVTV, hit the subscribe button because every Thursday we release a new video related to reefing. Plus, you do not want to miss any videos on this game-changing pump. Thank you for watching and see you next week.